So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nathan C., and I just want to start by thanking you all for coming and being here. We are very excited to show off our senior design project addressing sports betting among at-risk college males. So this project focused on building a software platform to help address risky gambling behaviors among college students specifically, as it's the main demographic that this affects at this moment. And it does this through tracking, education, and also intervention support. So this project was completed through the University of Nebraska-Lincoln School of Computing. While this was a software project, it was very interdisciplinary in nature. We worked with stakeholders connected to psychology, computing, student support, and also business management. The overall goal was to develop a software that could be deployed to study the gambling habits of university students and evaluate how effective those interventions could really be. So getting into our stakeholders, we worked with faculty and sponsors from several departments, as I mentioned. Our sponsor team consisted of Bhairav Ramamurthy, John Gayer, Dennis McChargue, and Brett Neely. And they helped us throughout the year to help make sure the project stayed on track, both in the technical side of things and also focused on the real world problem that we're addressing. So in addition to our sponsors, we also had support from our project manager, Jay Nohia, our tribe lead, Vinoid Varium, and our coach, Jill Duell. Throughout the year, they helped us stay organized, communicate well as a team, and learn to officially interact with our sponsors throughout the year, as it's something that was new to each of us. Moving into our team consisted of 6 students from computer science, software engineering, and computer engineering backgrounds: James Lintz, Charlie McIver, myself, Nathan C., Bo Kepler, Tyler Rolfs, and Andrew Dwelling. Because the project included both a mobile app and an administrative web portal, as you'll see, we divided responsibilities among the team while also making sure the full system worked cohesively together. So, getting into our problem and motivation for the project. Gambling has become a very rapidly growing issue on college campuses, especially in recent years with the widespread legalization of gambling apps in many states. Because of this rapid spread, many students have not been properly educated on the risks of gambling and do not have a convenient way to track their gambling habits over time. So the issue is not just the access to the gambling, it's a lack of awareness and a lack of tools for students to reflect on that behavior. So this creates an opportunity for us to support students affected by gambling by developing an app that helps them track their gambling habits while also educating them about the potential risks and adverse effects of gambling. The data collected from tracked gambling habits can help experts understand gambling behavior on campus, improve future interventions, resources, and support programs. So overall, this project gave us a chance to build something that could support both individual students and broader campus research and outreach efforts. With that problem defined, I'll hand it over to James, who will walk through the solution that we built.
Hi, I'm James. So our first part of our product solution was to develop a mobile app. So we developed a mobile app where users can track their own gambling habits over time and also see information about their users. So some of the information we tracked on our mobile app was information such as the bets they placed, where they can record the bet amount, how much they won or lost, the time and date. They can set daily limits where they can say, I want to spend this much money this day, or only spend 30 minutes on gambling apps this day. And also set long-term goals where they can say, I want to reduce my spending over time, and they can track that. So with that information, we took it and we displayed it back to them. So on the left, this far left screenshot, we can see that it's a graph that shows their gambling trends over time. So this is just one of the many graphs on our app that just displays back to the user information about their gambling. One issue with gambling apps is that there isn't a lot of information given back to the user about how much they're actually spending. So to help prevent people from overspending on gambling apps, actually showing them how much they're winning or losing or how much they're just wagering in total was one of the key interventions we also did. Now, not pictured here, but also on the mobile app, is we had an education tab. And this education tab consisted of videos where users could access some videos and watch content about gambling and inform themselves on the actual risk and problems with it. I think a lot of people are not properly educated on the issues of gambling. A lot of people go into financial trouble because of gambling. but people aren't aware of it. So informing them and also displaying back their gambling information was one of the key aspects that we saw that we could help reduce gambling among college-age males. So the second part of this project was to then develop a web-based admin portal. And this admin portal was for the admins to see the information about gambling, specifically the users using our app, and also upload content for it. So in this middle screenshot, this is a screenshot of our video library page, or at least the top half of it. And this is where the admins can come and they can upload videos and set certain characteristics about it. And then on the far right, this is an example of one of the charts that we have on our app that kind of display information about gambling back to the admins. So beyond just the charts and information, we also gave the sponsors the ability, the sponsors the ability to export this data and look at it on their own through the use of CSV exports. No. So what we learned in our highlights from this project was our first highlight was working in a large team, not just a software team, but a large team of people across a bunch of different areas. So a lot of the time, especially in our education, is we spend a lot of time just working within our own CS circles, so people who are software engineers. But this was one of the first times that we had to work with people who aren't just software engineers, but people of the Department of Psychology or Campus and Recreation. And so one of the skills we learned was how to develop a project that focuses not just on what we can do, but what our stakeholders want. So this required us to divide tasks between us, communicate with our sponsors what was possible or not possible, and then also build the vision that they saw for the app. Another highlight we had, and a more technical one, was how to manage and develop a project that extends beyond a single application. So for our app, as we previously mentioned, we had a mobile app and a web-based app, and these two platforms communicated with each other. Most of the time, I would say we're used to building apps that are just a single application, so they run on your computer or they run on your mobile app, not two applications that communicate with each other. So learning how to build in parallel, such as ensuring that the way we store data on one side can be transformed to data on the other side, or how we interacted with our database, was a learning experience that I think was highlighted from our project. So finally, we just want to say thank you. I want to thank our sponsors for sponsoring this project and guiding us along the way. And then I want to thank our faculty team and our industry coach for helping us along the way, coaching us to be better presenters, better engineers, and everything along the way. And anyway, I think that concludes our presentation.